All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Car Talk. I'm Ryan, joined as always by Tyler and Lou. A lot to get into on today's episode. Topps announced the details for the TacoFractor. We'll talk about that. Topps had a Bob Ross set at $199 that sold out immediately and is reselling for nearly twice the value. We'll get into that. Some big polls this week. We've got a little bit more information on that. Shout out to Bobby and Jay for a little bit more insight here with a Brock Purdy, Kenny Pickett 101. We'll talk about that. The NFL season is fully underway. Mac Jones might be the worst quarterback ever. Maybe it's Russell Wilson and Sean Payton after talking crazy. There's a lot to get into. Lou's focused. He's got the Astros on his mind. So we'll start with Lou. Don't want to upset anybody in the comments. Ty, you've had a few weeks in a row. We'll go to Lou and we'll let Lou start today.
Respect.
Thank you. I'm just like in sports mode. It's like the best time of year for sports, in my opinion, or one of the best time of the year for sports, in my opinion. I've been watching playoff baseball every single night, or as much as I can, to be honest. I haven't checked in every single night, but Astros are in a dogfight of a series. By the time you're hearing this, Game 3 will have already occurred, so you'll know what direction we're heading here. Right now, it's 1-1. It's been a little bit of a grind. Phillies and Braves played an amazing game last night. It's just been a great playoffs. NFL was awesome on Sunday. I didn't watch a ton of college football this weekend, but from what I can tell, it seems like Michael Penix is going to win the Heisman. So I'm just excited to get into it today. I think we got some good stuff to talk about. Can't wait to talk about this Net Pro thing. It just made me laugh. Our boy Jay. So yeah, I'm excited.
Ty, what about you?
I cried during some sports this weekend.
Dang, tough.
Yeah, shed a tear. Manchester United. It was a tear of joy.
Oh,
Manchester
wow.
United comes back from losing at home. I mean, Manchester United is down in the dumps. They played 10 a.m. Eastern on Saturday. They got this boy, Scott McTominay, he's grown up at the club. He's like got pictures when he's 5 years old with the manager, everything. I, along with everyone else, has definitely dragged him, said, why is he still on the team? He comes in, starts flying around, late sub, scores 2 goals in the 90th minute to win 2-1. And you could just tell how much it mattered. And I'm just sitting there in my apartment alone, having a little cough, a little Saturday, like before the noon kickoffs, and I shed a tear. So that was nice.
It meant more.
It just meant a lot. It was just a moment that meant something to me.
Ty, how's the squad looking this year? Like you said, they're in the dumps. Like any
great.
chance?
Yeah,
any chance?
Of nothing. Chances of nothing.
Oh wow, yeah.
What about relegation?
No chances of that either. There's no chances of anything. It's just
so what are we like?
season.
What are we like? 8?
It's
9?
like a 9-7. It's like a 9-7 NFL season. Like it's like, and you got your picks next
like
year.
Marvin
like
Lewis,
your draft.
Cincinnati Bengals.
That's exactly what we're dealing with. Carson Palmer, Marvin Lewis. Like they might scare you randomly. But like, it's a great shout, the Marvin Lewis. I'm like, I don't know. On one hand, I had this weird seasonal sickness for like 2 weeks of like the change, but now we're officially in fall and I feel great, feel really good, feel really healthy. But then on the other hand, I'm just waiting. I'm sitting October 21st at noon, just got announced it was noon. I think that came out today. Sports are irrelevant until that game ends. I'm not even going to be able to enjoy that football game, Penn State, Ohio State, because I'm sad about the college football schedule that came out for the Big Ten over the next 4 years. We go from playing Ohio State and Michigan every year, one at home, one on the road, to like one of them every other year, potentially at home, potentially on the road. The Pac-12 games will kind of be interesting, but I don't know. I did realize I've been talking some Washington smack, and now we get to play them, I think, next year, which is kind of cool. Eden Hazard, who was at one point the best footballer in the world on Chelsea, if you watched him, it was like sport porn. Like he was one of the most enjoyable athletes to watch do their thing. He was just silky smooth, that good. He then went to Real Madrid, put on a ton of weight, and never did anything. But he just retired at the young age of 32. Want to give a shout out there? Yeah, just retired. People were saying he might go back to Chelsea, all that, right? I know he's like totally chilling.
Imagine 32, just
Yeah, shut it down. I was like, that could be me. What if I shut it down right now? I just card talked my whole life. That would be nice. And then lastly, I had a little fun. I saw my boy Jacob Trouba, captain of the New York Rangers, over the weekend. We talked some card collecting, getting ready for the season. It was a fun little perspective from an athlete. He doesn't have too much interest in personally collecting, but has started a little bit. And I was talking to him about inscriptions, some fun things you can do, jersey swaps. He said in hockey, a lot of them, it's more sticks. They'll do like stick swaps more than the jersey swaps, which I thought was pretty cool and fun. I mean, I gotta finesse a game worn somehow, right?
A game used stick.
A game used stick or a game worn jersey, but to your point, yeah, I needed game used stick.
Yeah, I like that.
With like the puck marks and the tape and everything.
The hockey players call them twigs. Did I imagine that?
Probably. There's probably a lot of vernacular. There's probably
there's a lot of vernacular, right, Bobby?
Ones. Yeah, twigs. I thought the twig is more a lacrosse thing, but I think
maybe that's what I'm thinking about. That's lax.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. But those are all the things that are on my mind. Sorry, I took 10 years. And Lou, I'm happy you went first this time.
I'm happy I went first too. It's my favorite thing I've ever done. It's the highlight of my career.
I'm also very much enjoying the VFriends Fanatics live stream that they're doing in the office over here. My boy Rips, my boy Connor, they're doing their thing, and to watch from afar is pretty fun. And it also really, because I only know Rye from afar, and I don't tune into Whatnot that much, but like it's a real operation, real time, real energy, and seeing it that close on the VFriend side. I know you be grinding, Rye.
It's probably not very efficient with Rips in charge.
Yeah, it's Whatnot. We're live anywhere from like 18 to 24 times a week, so a lot. It takes some effort. I mean, breaks, single sales, auctions, just so much different stuff going on. It's a grind for sure, but a lot of fun. I've seen him. I've not tuned in any of the VFriend stuff on Fanatics with Gary, but he's always posting about it. It looks like it's a lot of energy, but I wouldn't expect anything less from Gary on that front. What's on my mind? Ty, quick point. I didn't realize, I'd seen the schedule, like Ohio State had posted about it. And I noticed first 2 years, 24, 25, Penn State's on there. Away in 24, home in 25. I'm like, that's exciting. And then 26, 27, Penn State is not on the schedule. And I'm like, disappointing for sure.
You have 2 years in a row or just one? Because I think we played this year, and then I think we played home next year. But then
in 24, we play in State College. In 25, you come to Columbus.
And then no 26, no 27.
No 26, no 27. We go to Happy Valley in 28.
Listen, guys, I understand you're upset about the tradition, but like Ohio or Penn State playing USC, Wisconsin, Ohio State, UCLA, and Washington in one season is pretty awesome.
Yeah, in 2026, Ohio State plays.
Hold on. Tyler's upset because he's going to get smoked by some of these teams. But these are
Drew Aller might be a 6th-year QB then.
What are you upset? You're going to miss out on like Northwestern and Maryland? Like
no, just Ohio State and Michigan. That's all. Just Ohio State and Michigan.
College football
I get it.
Tradition.
Washington doesn't get me juiced up because, like,
not yet.
Not now.
No, it's not.
No, like they're not traveling Washington like purple squad across the country and showing up at the game like and being like, I'd rather hang with like some Illinois guys like and be like Big Ten. Woo, yeah, we're gonna bust your ass, but like it's all love.
Yeah, you like bullying on the little teams in the Big Ten, and now you have some real competition, so you're upset. I get it.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Tradition is what makes college football college football. Like I'll never get over that. Like
it's 100% true, but they're objectively bigger games.
Yeah, in 2026, Ohio State plays Michigan at home, Oregon at home, and has to go to USC.
That's crazy.
See you guys in the Coliseum in 2026.
Yeah, that's what I am excited for. A little road night game, UCLA. Well, this is what I'm wondering. Are we playing at 11 o'clock? Are we going to be playing 10:30 games? Is that really going to happen?
We're going to find out.
At 10:30.
That's kind of sad
about it.
Yeah, I mean, could you imagine if it's an under the lights Pac-12 game at like 10 o'clock West Coast time? Ohio State playing at 1 a.m. Columbus time?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Talk about a home field advantage. Yeah, a couple things in my mind. First off, this orange light with my lights this morning. I mean, I have the most
something that if you didn't say that just now, no one would have noticed it, by the way.
Oh, it's absolutely driving me nuts this morning. Yeah, I mean, as somebody that's pretty OCD, it's like the worst thing on earth. I'm like, I've got only cool lights on in this entire room and terrible, driving me nuts. Sorry, I know that upsets Lou, will upset a listener. Outside of that, I watched an entire baseball game the other day for the first time, and I cannot tell you how long. I don't even remember who it was. Whoever the Phillies played in the first round. First game, very first game. Watch that. It was a pretty electric game. No, they didn't play the Braves.
They did a play-in before?
No, they played somebody else 2-0 Marlins. That's who it was.
Yeah,
got it. I didn't realize we were in the second round of the baseball playoffs.
Yeah, Miami. Yep. Watch that. It was a blast. It was actually fun. I enjoyed it. Watch that.
How did this come to be? Did you were you like, I'm going to
was in Philly for 2 days for like a little golf tournament with some buddies. And after the round that day, we were like chilling there's like some cottages, chilling in there, watching the games, eating. So it was
like Phillies are fully back.
Yeah, Phillies are good.
They got robbed last night.
They got robbed last night. That was a heck of a play by Michael Harris. But yeah, it was fun. So watch that. Ohio State beat Maryland. Got to go to the game this weekend. First half was rough. Second half looked good. I'm a pretty optimistic guy about Ohio State. I think every single person that's listened to the show over the years will tell you that. Ohio State has a real serious problem on the offensive line. It's very, very serious. And it is a concern being 13 days, 12 days away from playing one of the best teams in college football. It's at home, thank goodness, because if it was on the road, it might not go as well as Notre Dame did. And Notre Dame took the last play of the game to win.
Turns out Notre Dame stinks too. So
yeah, rough. Ohio State's got to get some things figured out. Like you have the best receiver in America. I'll never say differently on that. McCord taking a little while to get going. Yeah, it's gonna be a big game, but got to get some things figured out. Drew Aller, I mean, the best offensive tackle in America, plays for Penn State. Got some solid guys on defense. One of the best corners in America.
Next year, that tackle.
Yeah, they got a solid corner. Going to go up against Marv. Drew Aller's a top 10 quarterback in the country. Couple solid running backs. Like there's a lot to be concerned about playing Penn State. Ohio State's defense is elite this year. They don't have the Chase Young talent, but yeah, that's always on my mind, right? Excited for that in a few weeks. CBJ hockey returns on Thursday. Tonight, by the time
do you have a coach yet or no?
Yeah. Pascal Vincent, I think. Yeah, shout out to Mike Babcock.
Hockey coaches is a crazy
what a disaster that was.
I mean, Todd, you know that story, right?
I don't.
You know, their coach got fired. They had a head coach that they fired.
Brought in all the players and said, "Hey, let me see the pictures on your phone. I want to see what kind of person you are."
Wait, Ty, you didn't see the story?
No,
it was a big deal.
The
coach was calling people into their locker, into his office, and saying, "Give me your phone," and he was putting their phone up on the TV screen.
Allegedly.
I mean, it's beyond alleged at this point, but allegedly. Not allegedly. What he was doing was taking people's phones and putting them on the screen and like pulling up their texts and their messages and like their Bumble messages. Like it was crazy.
I'm out of here. So then they
fired the coach. So the way it came out, Ty, was on Spit and Chicklets. They started talking about it. Yeah. All the team was like, no, this isn't happening. Blah 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 blah.
The team came out. Boone Jenner, the captain, the team came out and said, "Hey, this is not this. This is a family setting, yada yada yada." And then it kept getting out, and the Spit and Chicklets is like, "No, this is 100% true." Team did an investigation. Like, yeah, there's some truth here. This guy's got to go, and they fired him.
Like a month before the season started.
Yeah. CBJ's got some talent. I'm going to be really excited to see how they do this year. Optimistically not optimistic. Line A, Gaudreau, Fantilli looks like a real player. We'll see. I don't know.
Well, can I ask a quick question on the hockey stuff? Because I'm not the biggest hockey guy in the world.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Blackhawks getting Bedard is like the Packers getting Aaron Rodgers, right? It's like
rigged.
Favre to Rodgers, Kane to Bedard.
Yeah, rigged is what that is.
Cool. Got it.
Yeah, what is it? Original 6 hockey team who had lost its 2 generational players from the last 15 years. In the last 2 years, Kane and Taze, they're both gone. And like, oh, well, original 16 that has real potential and is in a major market. Let's give them the generational talent.
Yeah, the Red Wings are next.
The Columbus, Ohio, let's be honest.
Red Wings are next. They stuffed the Rangers with a lot of picks for a bunch of years.
They stink too, right? The Rangers?
They're probably like middle of the pack right now.
Who?
Rangers.
You think?
As opposed, I don't think they're going in like Stanley Cup top 3 favorites.
Yeah, they're not.
And they're not like garbage.
Yeah.
But hockey is middle of the pack's a fine place to start the season, in my opinion. Like it's a long season. You never know. Team gels, team gets hot.
The Devils have the third best odds to win the cup.
Devils are sneaky, bro.
I will say,
wow.
By the time this show goes live, Conor Bedard's NHL debut will be here. Plays in Pittsburgh tonight. One of the first. There's 3 games tonight on opening night. Bedard at Pittsburgh is one of them. Excited to watch that kid. I obviously would have loved him in Columbus for sure. But excited to watch him play. I think he's a real player, and I think he'll be good. He's got a little small. We'll see, but he
kicks off his career against Crosby.
Yeah, I'm excited to see that. So should be fun.
Yeah, there was a good response to our challenge last week. A little good Conor Bedard 5-year investment response.
Somebody gave a response about
keep
that.
An eye on. Yeah, just even if you're fringe paying attention to hockey, someone to keep an eye on.
Yeah, Series 1 hockey comes out for Bedard's class 18th, right? The week of the Ohio State Penn State game. And just keep in mind, he's not in Series 1. Series 1, I assume we'll have some of the other big names, the 2-pick and maybe Fantilli. I'm not sure. Hasn't been announced, I don't think. But I know Bedard is not in Series 1. It sounds like he'll be in Series 2. So hopefully
Lou, do you still have those Stanley Cup odds up in front of you?
I do.
You want to give a couple, like who's the favorite? Where do the Rangers stand? Where does CBJ stand?
Yeah, if you know nothing about the NHL like me, the only thing I do is go check odds to figure things out. So, Stanley Cup top 5 teams is Colorado is plus 850, Carolina is plus 900, the Devils are plus 1,000, Maple Leafs are plus 1,100, and the Oilers are plus 1,100. Also, the next one is the Stars.
Where's Toronto?
Fourth. That was Maple Leafs fourth.
Oh, Maple Leafs.
Yeah,
which would be big, right? Canada hasn't won it in forever.
And then what about like awards?
What about?
I know nothing.
Oh, McDavid.
MVP is probably McDavid.
Plus 100. Austin Matthews is plus 1,000. But this is why I like checking. Austin Matthews is plus 1,000, and then Bedard is minus 125. Then the next closest is plus 700.
Bedard's minus 125 for what? Rookie of the year?
The Calder Trophy. I got that's Rookie of the Year.
I think that's Rookie of the Year.
Yeah,
it might be most points. Let's see.
His brother Luke Hughes is plus 950. Bobby.
Rookie of the Year. Okay. Where did the Rangers?
Also,
what were the Rangers at?
Plus where's CBJ?
CBJ.
Dang. Yikes. Thanks.
The Rangers are plus 1,700, and then CBJ is plus 10,000. Wait,
shoot!
That's brutal. It's brutal for CBJ out here. They lost their coach. They're in shambles.
Yeah, they got to figure it out. No longer.
Erling Haaland to Madrid.
It's just media chatter. I mean,
it's on the cover of ESPN right now.
I know. It's slow Tuesday, bro. It's like slow Tuesday.
They added they removed a contract clause. All right, got it. It's nothing. Understood.
This is what happened. Manchester City signed him last year.
Yeah.
He comes in, sets every record known to man, and wins every trophy possible, and arguably has the greatest season of a player ever. Like, it's up there. Outside of like a Messi wins the World Cup and does all things. Like, in his first year at Manchester City, he arguably had the greatest season for an individual in the history of the game. So with that said, it may lead to a quicker, greener pastures, new challenges type of situation. And there's also
Man City. How much greener does it get?
Yeah,
I'm Real Madrid is like, bro. Do you know where? Okay, think about the context.
I don't know anything.
Okay, you know where Manchester is in the world?
London, England.
There's London, but it's not in London. It's north of London.
Is it in England?
It's in England.
Okay.
It's in the UK.
So you're saying it's upper lifestyle.
It's boonies. It's like the boonies. It's cold. It's gray. There's not much action going on.
That's a lot like London is.
Hard-working UK vibes. It's even more outskirts than London would be versus Madrid.
I don't know. Okay, you're
saying that Haaland is already packing it in and just wants to live a nice, comfortable lifestyle.
I'm just saying, playing in Spain and Madrid gives you a little bit of a different lifestyle than playing in Manchester. That's for sure.
Okay. And now, where does Qatar mix into that in between Manchester and Madrid?
I haven't been to. I would say it's more nouveau rich.
Very respectful of Madrid of Qatar by Ty.
It's
there.
more nouveau rich.
Hey,
Guys
dude,
that like the money, but don't
speaking
have
of,
the game. They're going to Qatar.
Speaking of Qatar, F1 race was in Qatar this weekend. Little Grand Prix, little sprint. Max, third title in a row. I know we haven't talked F1 in a little while, but Max lose sleep for those that are not watching. Max won his third title. I will say, Lou, I gave you some crap before. You were originally a big Lando Norris guy. I gave you some crap about it because Lando wasn't doing super hot. They were, stinking it up. McLaren is on fire recently.
They got the car working, right?
Yeah, I mean, Piastri podiumed.
Did he really? See, I'm kind of checked out.
Yeah. It was pretty. I think it was Lando 2, Piastri 3, vice versa. George got 4th. George and Lewis crashed on the first turn. Mercedes.
So what was going on? Everyone was saying it was George's fault, but it ended up being Lewis's, or did Lewis just take the blame?
It was Lewis's fault. He didn't give him really any room.
But he never gives anybody room.
Well, some people were saying that, like, hey, Bottas wouldn't have done this. Like, Bottas would have, backed off. And it's like, well,
it's a different situation, right?
Yeah, I mean, George is clearly the future.
Yeah, George is in the business of winning races and getting on podiums.
Yeah, it's close at the end, but no cigar. But yeah, Max wins again. It's going to be interesting to see. There were some rumors I saw circulating that, again, I would love to hear from a F1 guy if there's a guy or gal, if there's any credibility to this. We talked about like Lando has an offer to be at Red Bull here before too long.
I saw the Paris thing.
Yeah, Perez seems to be on the way out, but there's some real chatter like, do you want to be Max's teammate? Clearly it's not they're not going to build the car. They're not going to build the team around you. Max is clearly the face of Red Bull and is clearly the most dominant driver on the, the grid right now. So, Austin's in a few weeks. It's actually the same weekend as the Ohio State Penn State game. So yeah, season's over, but
where are we at with cards for F1?
Like prices?
Just the general sentiment. I mean, from afar, Max just kept winning and took any sort of drama out of F1. Yeah. So it feels like it's a little bit sleepy in general. And then was obviously the explosion. But where do we stand? What's happening with the car?
Yeah, I don't think you're, I don't think you've got the people coming in like looking for the next big thing as much. Like, I think that was very much a COVID thing. Like, hey, what's the next big thing? Like, but the market's hot. I mean, there's some big sales. That eBay auction that Lehigh did. He did like a partnership with like eBay where they auctioned at like thousands of F1 cars. There's some really big sales in there. Lewis 10. I want to say it did like 45,000, huge sale. It's first year or bust. Like that's what everybody wants is first year Dynasty, first year Chrome. That's the good stuff. That's really the stuff everybody wants.
And
at this point.
What year was that? 20 or 21?
2020. Yep. So 2020, it's 2020 or bust at this point. Like 2021, like there's some cool stuff like 101s, patch autos, like there's neat stuff, but it's 2020 by a mile for sure. So, but anyways, let's we had some big news between last episode and this episode with Topps dropping the information about the TacoFractor. I know Jay did some content around it on IG. But it sounds like the first player, right? So you got the TacoFractors out of 5, Topps Chrome 2023 baseball. What is it? First player to steal a base. Am I speaking this correctly? First player to steal a base in the World Series. If you have that card of that player, it's free Taco Bell for life is what they were promoting.
You have the one of one.
I
think it's the one of one of that player.
Jay, do you know that? I thought it was there's only 5 of them.
No, there's 5 of them. So if you have any one of the 5, you get a $15,000 gift card.
I see.
Yeah, and that's what I was getting at. Was it's not technically Taco Bell for life. It's a $15,000 gift card. Jay and I was actually doing the math of this in the group chat. Like $12 a meal, 40 weeks a year. Like it's a decent amount of time for Taco Bell. I'm not sure you'd want to eat that much. Like I'm not sure I'd want $15,000 worth of Taco Bell between now and the end. But
the end of your life.
Yeah, I mean. Do you think you'll eat $15,000 worth of Taco Bell between now and the end of your life?
This might come as a surprise to you, right? But I really like Taco Bell.
Okay.
The thing is, though, if I had Taco Bell for life versus if I had $15,000 Taco Bell, I'd probably like do a lot of like go to Taco Bell and like buy someone's Taco Bell, just like if you're walking by or something. I know logistically maybe it doesn't make that much sense, but like you could bless a lot of people with Taco Bell for life.
Yeah, but Ty, you're just not be like,
I
hey,
got the guy behind me. Like
you're just
I'm
not
ordering
going, like,
rest of the line. Taco Bell's on me.
You bought for the whole block.
If that's Taco Bell for life, $15K puts a little bit of a
cap
can't
on
really. Yeah, you can only bless so many people.
Yeah, you got to get a little bit more selfish.
Cheesy gordita crunches.
A little bit more
Exactly. You know, like, all right, I got you with a Taco Bell
promotion, if I'm being honest.
Why? Why do you think that?
Because you can't put these cards out with question mark, question mark, question mark. No one knows what it is. The price rises accordingly because no one knows what it is. And in the world we live in, when you don't know what something is, the price goes up for some reason. And then it comes out that it's like free Taco Bell. That just puts a bad taste in people's mouths. You know what I mean? No pun intended. I just feel like, hello?
Hey man, it's not a big deal. Just let it go. Just let it go. It's not a big deal.
Yeah. My bad. I should have just did Ryan to just let it go. It's doing it again. Yeah, you know what I mean? I just feel like they need to do a better job of releasing information on these things as they're being released, because what you're doing is creating artificial inflation on prices.
Better promotion or worse promotion than the dual print SuperFractors?
Oh God. Next question. All right. So I actually have one, and I don't know, like any baseball fans, Lou, I don't know if you can tell me if anybody in the comments wants to drop one. I have one of these, but I hit it out of a blaster box and was like, you know what, I'll just keep it, kind of see what happens. Not knowing, obviously, I was curious. Like, I don't want to sell it. We'll see what happens. I have JT Real Muto for the Phillies.
I don't think that guy runs a lot, but
dang it,
you never know. He's a catcher.
Well, could be potentially in the World Series.
Could you get a walk, and then there could be a passed ball. Do you get a steal for a passed ball?
Hold on, I'll take it back a little bit. He had 16 steals. That's a decent amount. He runs a little bit.
And pass ball,
15,000 worth.
Trying to throw it in the dirt for a little double play.
Does a pass ball count as a steal though?
I don't know. I would probably pass.
They might get stingy. It is $15,000 for Taco Bell, guys.
What if the statistician owns also a SuperFractor?
We're talking conflicts of interest now.
Everyone wants pass ball. He drills it as a steal.
I kind of like that.
All right, another. While we're on the topic of tops here, another. I actually completely missed this. I didn't even see when it was dropping, but clearly missed an opportunity here. Figure my guy Jay was all over this. Tops in Bob Ross collaborative set was about $199 a box. Sold out pretty quickly. My understanding, just Jay put in chat here, selling for about $350 a box. I haven't even seen what you're guaranteed, but $350 a box for that. Any thoughts if you guys are going to be,
I'm a big fan
here on Bob Ross?
I'm a big fan. Bob Ross, obviously, I think is in his second wave of relevance. I feel like there was like the OG PBS 13.
Oh yeah,
like just
was never on my radar.
Really?
Wow, never had Bob Ross on my radar.
Yeah, the OG Bob Ross was definitely on my radar while he was
sure.
like on Channel 13, and my mom would put on things that were like calming. And then he's having this second wave.
I didn't get that growing up. I didn't get the comic.
He's having this second wave of relevancy where it's like Bob Ross this, Bob Ross that. But it reminds you, I mean, to me, my brain connects it with the Pikachu, Amsterdam, Van Gogh paintings. We're talking about paintings here, collaborative paintings as sports cards. And then there was another set that we really liked that sold well, if anyone remembers. That was
the Topps Museum. It was
talking about the Topps Gallery painting rookies.
That's exactly
what is the name of that set though?
Topps Gallery.
It does well. It does well. So I'm just now.
They had this painting on a card.
Correct. Yeah. They had Starry Night on a card. All these things. So Bob Ross. Paintings as cards. Yeah, I'm seeing the vision.
And Jay brought this up. I saw this on Twitter, but there were apparently people that were upset about it because it sounds like there's an issue with like Bob Ross's estate versus Bob Ross's family, where the family doesn't see the money. Yeah, right here. Jason, link to an article I haven't seen before, but it's the title of the article is TV painter Bob Ross's son loses lawsuit in battle between father's trust and business agreement.
Just checking in on the Florida Elder Law and Estate Planning blog. How many readers do these guys get?
Yeah, it's not very long.
Are you deep on this, Jay? You just wake up and read Florida Elder Law and Estate Planning?
No, I just Googled it and took the top one because I was trying to show you guys what was going on.
A lot of research going into the show.
It wasn't one of those like overreactions, Penn State running backs are the best in the world type vibes.
Wow.
Yeah, it talks about a nasty legal war after his death between his business partners and family.
Yeah, got it. Because Kirk Herbstreit didn't say the same thing, but
that was when I sent the articles to back up your statement that Penn State had some of the top running backs in college football.
Thank you, Jay.
But it was an overreaction article, and you called me out on it. So I was just saying this is not that. This is
I got it. Understood. Thank you for clarifying what seemed to be a shot.
Okay, so long story short here is there's some sort of battle between the family and people who own Bob Ross's.
Yeah, it sounds like there was like an agreement originally between his business partners that was never like adjusted or changed before he passed. He passed away. They went to court over it, and the business partners won over the family. So it sounds like
that's unfortunate.
The people that manage his estate get the money and get it rather than the family, and I think that's what people are upset about.
Got it.
Don't know enough about it to sit here and educate and give one side of it. Just
I'll say this though, in every box,
what does Justin Jefferson to the IR mean to you two?
Nothing.
Oh, well, I haven't been in one of my fantasy leagues because I had the number 1 pick. So thankfully, I drafted Jordan Addison, who had 0.0 points 2 weeks ago, and then decided to put up 17 this week.
Robert, you got to know that if he's on your fantasy team, you got to know that Justin Jefferson on the IR. It happened like an hour ago. You got to know that, Bob.
Yeah, best receiver.
Kirk gets shipped.
Yeah, I mean, so perfect time to transition, Ty, because I think this is a great conversation. Are we far away from seeing teams throw in the bag, change it up, shift players around, trade players? Like, it seems like we're not far away from like blowing it all up. Like the Patriots should start over. Like it's a disaster.
With who? Who they got to give away?
Sign, Malik Cunningham looked all right in the preseason. Try that, dude. Bailey Zappi and Mac Jones are not it. They're not. Mac Jones stinks. He's terrible. He's awful. He's just as bad as Zach Wilson. And he's got some dirtiness in him. Like pass. I saw stat the other day.
Piece of human trash too. Yeah, that doesn't help.
My dad sent me a text message on Sunday after the game. Mac Jones has played in 3 seasons. He has as many pick sixes at Gillette Stadium as Tom Brady did in his entire career. That dude stinks. He's not good. The line stinks. He's throwing to Kendrick Bourne and Hunter Henry. No.
What happened to Tyquan Thornton? That guy's supposed to be so good. What happened?
Yeah, they stink. I'm ready for a rebuild. It's over. Tank for Caleb. Tank for Marvin Harrison Jr. It's over. I don't want nothing to do with it. It's a disaster. We beat the Jets. That's what matters. But it's over. It's on to 2024.
Yeah. So I've waited 20 years for the Patriots to be this bad. Literally been the number 1 thing on my mind for 20 years is the Patriots to a place where their overrated ass coach looks like every week.
Overrated ass coach. He's gonna be the winningest coach ever in the NFL history of the NFL.
Because of Brady, not because of him.
Somebody had to draft him
in the 6th round. Yeah. Good snipe, Bill.
Jets didn't do it.
That's correct. Anyway, so I do think that Belichick's gone after this year.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be a part of the rebuild.
Which is crazy. And then Bill Simmons always says Gerard Mayo is going to be the next head coach of the Patriots, which is kind of crazy to me. I didn't know that guy was a coach.
What about Brady? What's he doing these days?
No way.
He want to come back off retirement?
More to talk about games.
No way, dude.
Raiders
That'd be
owner?
awesome.
Raiders owner.
What are you talking about?
He's the Raiders owner.
Oh, Brady's a minority owner.
Yeah, 1% of 1%. Jay-Z to the Nets type ownership. Yeah.
Yeah. Can I switch gears slightly here?
Yes.
Wembanyama played Chet in the preseason last night.
Real quick, let's talk about the NFL rebuild. Or the Jets, what's going on with the Jets? You beat the Broncos. Are the Broncos rebuilding?
The Broncos are terrible.
The Broncos rebuilt.
The Broncos tried to rebuild, failed miserably.
Yeah.
They need to They need to do a lot of things. There's a lot of so something I thought about this weekend, and I was talking to my friends about it last night, was most of the league sucks. Most of the NFL is not very good. It's kind
I would agree with that.
Like
where I'm at right now. There's 4 good teams, 5 really good teams. There's really the 49ers and then everybody else.
I think it's Niners, Eagles, everybody else.
I think it's Niners, everybody else. And the Eagles are at the top of that list too. But yes.
Fair.
So with that in mind, the Jets are sitting at 2-3. We play the Eagles on Sunday. They're 5-0, but a lot of people call them the worst 5-0 team of all time. So, you know, I'm just trying to stay alive right now. Kirk Cousins might become available. It seems like you never know.
Was
just
that
get
of
through the
interest?
season. Of course it is. To get he's a free agent at the end of the season. Rodgers is back next year. Let Kirky ride it out.
Yeah, give
Kirky
up a 4th
come in
rounder.
And just feed Garrett for every week. That's fine.
Give up a 4th rounder. He's better than anything else you're going to be able to get right now.
But young Zachary is looking pretty good. So I can't.
That dude stinks. He's terrible.
70% completion 2 weeks in a row. What do you guys want?
He threw no interceptions and threw it up or throw new touchdowns and 1 interception. He's not like taking you to the promised land.
As I've said before, I have no visions of Zach Wilson taking me to the Super Bowl. But if you're going to complete 70% of your passes every week, you're only going to make 1 or 2 mistakes. For example, of a mistake being forgetting to run up to the line and spike the ball down the half, then you can live with that.
It's true.
Speaking of no mistakes, my guy CJ Stroud might be a player. Like, could very well be a player.
I think so.
Hey, whoa, broke the record for most pass attempts to start a career without an interception.
Yeah, obviously he's playing awesome.
Looks good. Like, I don't think they're bad. Like, I don't know, like him.
To me, the real thing is you look at him and you watch how he plays, and then you watch Bryce Young and how he plays, and it's completely different.
Yeah, I think with these rookie QBs, it's just about how much can you get into your career without it feeling like there's a dumpster fire occurring. And I feel like he is navigating it very well, where people are happy. Whereas Anthony RIchardson, on the other hand, can't stay healthy, can't play. Now he's out next week. And it's just like you can't afford that type of inconsistency when you're trying to build something.
Yeah, and they're not supposed to be anything either. So I think that also helps.
The Texans.
Right? Like, the Texans are supposed to be horrifically bad.
Correct.
And for them to be able to win a couple games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, they're 2-3. The Jaguars are 3-2. Like, they could win the division, which is kind of crazy to think about in hindsight now going into the season. But
I did lose a money line bet on him this weekend, but that's not
that's tough break. But yeah, Richardson out for a month. I love Richardson. Rookie of the year is probably CJ. I know we lost Ryan for a second. I wanted to celebrate that.
I gotta imagine that he's in the driver's seat.
It would be him or Bijan, I guess.
Did you see that Bijan highlight clip?
Yeah. Where is that camera even recording from?
I don't know.
I think it's right above it.
That's a crazy angle.
It is crazy, and it's a different camera, a little slow-mo. That was hot.
Yeah, it's like it's like the 5K or whatever the hell it is, 8K.
And Des Ridder just sneakily stacks.
Dude, I couldn't believe they won that game. Stroud scored with a minute and a half left. They come back and kick that field goal. I was so disappointed.
So, Bobby, you're saying Puka for Rookie of the Year. I agree. He's been arguably the best receiver in the league this year, which is insane.
Yeah, scored again, even with Cup coming back.
I mean, Cup had 12 targets and Puka had 11, so he's not going anywhere.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah,
so what we were saying
was fresh.
What would you say?
Any action on his cards? Because he had a nice little tutty down the sideline.
Yeah.
Looked like a really professional
Puka?
catch. Puka.
Dude, his cards are on fire except for an insane amount of money. Insane.
He has cards?
Oh, yeah. There's humongous, hundreds of dollars. Insane stuff. More than Jerry Rice.
NFL jersey stuff?
Elite. Panini Black has him in a combine jersey or a practice jersey. He has an elite auto. There was an elite auto the other day. I took a picture of it. I can tell you what it was. It was an elite auto at 25. And let me find this. It was freaking bananas. It sold for.
Yo, I love Puka Nacua. If you're paying $117 for a blue draft picks auto, yikes, man.
Where's this card at? You think that was a lot? This one was insane.
He sells for more than Jerry Rice.
Yeah. Yes. By a mile. Yeah, there was an elite auto out of 49. Eric Whiteback tweeted this on 9/18. This was 9/18. It's been almost a month. But I had to say
It's gone up since then.
Yeah, out of 49 auto, it was at $420 with 95 watchers and 20 minutes left. $400 for a Puka Nacua auto.
Crazy, bro.
Wild.
You're bugging on that.
He might be
that listed for $1,200.
$1,200 for a black gold to 5.
It's sold for that much?
What's up?
It's sold or it's listed for that much?
Oh, it says it's sold, but it's a one bid. So let me just look up on 130.
But I mean, either way, like that's great. I don't.
Yeah, multiple sales over $100.
Crazy.
His base Prism draft picks rookie sell for like $12 to $15.
Here's a quick little note. Also, here's another unspoken issue that could potentially lengthen Justin Jefferson's absence. If the Vikings don't win games and stay competitive, which they are not because they're terrible, what is Jefferson's incentive to rush back when he did not land the contract he wanted? His absence could last longer than expected. I wonder if he's going to want to trade. I wonder if there's a team with a lot of draft picks.
You think he's going to be a Jet?
I didn't say that.
You can't even be serious with that take.
That's not what I said.
All right, Ty, let's
that Puka card it's over 1025. Sorry about that.
That's insane.
I do want to touch on NBA. Yeah. Last night was the Knicks preseason opener. They open 2 weeks from tomorrow night, regular season against the Celtics at home. Celtics at home. I will be in the building. I think they tend to open with Celtics at home, or at least they have in recent years. But yeah, Wemby Chet last night. And that is going to be an interesting matchup. And they both look good. And Wemby looks
good.
He looks legit. He looks like he's going to be able to stay healthy. You know, like
it's all that.
It just, when you watch him play, he doesn't have these like awkward, like when you watch ball, there's just still a little bit of awkwardness. I don't know. He seems very in control of his body.
Yeah.
But that was a big battle. He's smooth. That was a big battle, and I'm excited for the NBA to come back. Dame in Milwaukee is really going to be interesting. There's a lot of different things. I hope Miami crashes and burns and it all implodes really a lot. Porzingis, there's like this second coming of Kristaps.
Did you see? I was literally waiting for a moment to talk about it. He looks elite. I'm picking Boston to come out of the East. He looks good.
Bro, he's going
to be dangerous.
He's got like a second career to him in a real way.
Dude, that highlight the other day, it was like 60 seconds long of this dude hooping in Boston.
Yeah.
Hooping.
Yeah. It might be really painful for the Knicks. Really 100%. Painful for the Knicks. But you know, Knicks are Nixon, aka Villanova at the Garden. And that's where I'm at. Lou, any Nets chatter?
No. I for some reason when I go on Twitter on my computer, they serve me Nets videos. I guess because I was checking in last year a lot, so all I see is just Ben Simmons updates, and I'm just ignoring that quickly. He's back. He's back.
And they're like, Ben Simmons cashing threes, and like the ball goes in, but stronger. It's broke. His jumper's broke still.
He's more confident. He'll shoot one jumper for a month and a half in a game.
Yeah, not buying it this year.
No, that video I just sent you guys real quick of the Wemby celebration. He flexed, and it's just this. It's the SpongeBob meme of it. It's so good.
This twig arms.
That's rich. That's really rich.
Yeah, I'm excited for to see some of the young guys play. I'm not going to sit here and tell you I'm going to watch 80 games. Like, it's not happening. But yeah, I watched that highlight last night of Victor versus Chet. Ty, I'm glad you brought it up. Those two look smooth with the ball, man. Like, we didn't obviously get Chet last year, got hurt in preseason. Victor looks like the real deal. Like, I'm really excited for it. Like, yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to the next generation of the NBA, and these guys I think are going to be a part of it for sure.
I'm excited about college basketball.
Have LeBron. There's still LeBron, and I think that
oldest player in the NBA.
I want to put on record right here, right now. Yes, oldest player in the NBA. Why? That's bananas. LeBron has been our sporting lives, the three of us, whether we want to admit it or not. And
9 years old when he came into the league.
I just think we should pay attention to the man a little bit more this year, knowing that the time is ticking a little bit, and he still might put up like top tier, like top 5 MVP type numbers.
25, 6 and 6, right? Like that's pretty much going to happen. That's a lock, right?
Yeah, and Ty, it brings up a whole different conversation about how crazy it is. But we grew up, the three of us grew up most of our life with 2 generational athletes, 2 all-time great athletes with LeBron James and Tom Brady. You guys obviously saw it up close in person and hated it, but like Tom Brady is the GOAT in the NFL and LeBron James is 1A or 1B all time in basketball. And we got to watch them, and is Mahomes the next guy? Is Giannis going to ever do anything? Like, who's next in NBA? We would be lucky to see anybody put up an NBA career like LeBron James did in the rest of our life. Like, they're just not going to play as long. Like, it's unlikely those guys play that long ever again. LeBron James is going to go down as an all-time guy in scoring, assists, rebounds, like playoff wins, playoff points, finals wins. Like, he's going to go down with all of these crazy records. Obviously, MJ's got 6-0 in the finals. That's different for sure. But man, it's crazy to know that there's just not a lot of time left. Father Time is undefeated.
Yeah.
1 year, 2 years. How many years does he play with Bronny? Does that happen? Like, we'll see. But man,
LeBron's son being at USC, like it actually, like it's here, it's now. It's pretty wild.
He's not playing though, right? Not at least for now.
It seems like he's not playing, but he's not practicing.
He's in Bowman U, right, or no?
Bronny's going to be in Topps Chrome All-American.
That's what it was.
On the topic of Bron, 03 Topps Chrome PSA 10 did 5,500 on 29 bids on Sunday.
Jay, any chance you have any of those
38 bids yesterday?
Pre-COVID numbers of that card? I mean, that card got
like 20 grand.
No, pre-COVID.
Oh, pre-COVID.
It peaked at like 34, 35, I want to say.
I thought it was 27. I thought it was high.
I thought it slightly tucked over 30 a couple times for just a couple sales, maybe. But you might be right. I think it was a little more volume, probably around like the 26, 27 range. Amazing card. Beautiful card.
As per card ladder, I cannot go back. Damn it. I messed it up. I'm not signed in on my computer.
But Austin Reeves. I'm excited to watch him hoop. And Anthony Davis, if he can stay healthy, obviously they're still going to be dangerous.
Yeah, going to be tough coming out of the West. I mean, the Nuggets.
I'm excited to see the Phoenix Suns, and I'm really excited for Devin Booker's basketball shoe.
Yeah, I'm excited to see if any of the GOATs have a shot at one last ring. Does LeBron have it? Does Curry and the Warriors have it? Some of these guys are getting near the end here. So how many, who's got one more in them? And I think that's what I'm most looking forward to.
What's the Warriors rejigger? Anything new, exciting happening over there?
I'm sure there's some stuff, but I don't follow.
Don't they have CP3?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was their big pickup.
That was their play, right?
Right. Does that get you excited anymore?
Washed up CP.
Yeah, it doesn't do a lot for me.
Like tears a rotator cuff in game 3 of like the conference finals or something. But
yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, Go next.
I'm excited to do NBA picks here before too long. I think we're probably running up to that here before.
Literally cannot even tell you like 3 or 4.
Got to do research. Focus up.
Lou, just not excited for it?
No, NBA doesn't do anything for me. I like college way better.
Okay, talk to me about college. Who do you like this year? Any team?
Who do I like this year? I mean, Duke's going to be great
Rutgers.
this year.
You've been talking Rutgers.
I've been talking Rutgers for a lot. Yeah, they have a very highly ranked recruiting class. I'm excited. I'm going to try to go to some games this year at the Jersey Mike's Arena. Duke has a team of TikTok stars. St. John's has some juice just because of Pitino, but I'm not so sure they're going to be that good. They still have trouble competing, and they have to recruit, and they're in a bad spot. Purdue's going to be great. Creighton will be great as usual. It's all the usual suspects, but it's just the atmosphere of college basketball, I think, is really great and hasn't been as affected by I feel like it hasn't been as affected by like transfer portal and all of like the conference realignment and all that stuff. You haven't felt it as much in college basketball yet, so I still really enjoy it.
Well, shout out to Bryce James, who spent the Saturday with me at the Horseshoe. Shout out to him for spending time with me this weekend. Me and 104,000 of my closest
Was
friends.
he down there on the field?
Yeah, him and Savannah were at on the sideline. I was down there. I had sideline passes to Maryland and did not see him. And he was with a basketball coach who's a customer. And I texted him after. I'm like, man, totally miss you down there. Would have been nice. He's like, yeah, just not quite the scene, when his dad shows up. So it was cool. It was would be awesome to have one of them. Obviously, Bronny in USC now, but would be cool to see. Bryce
I'd love
James
to have him in the Big Ten.
come to Columbus. Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like
I think Bryce James could be better than Bronny.
It's definitely a conversation.
He seems to be growing pretty quickly. Obviously, time will tell, but
we'll see. You gotta get these kids away from AAU. Like play against real competition.
Go see a coach. Live away from the crib.
Correct.
Be put through the ringer.
Correct.
All right, we were just talking about goats, and I've got a question I would love to get your guys' opinion on. 20 years from now, you got to buy a card today. We'll say same price just for the sake of conversation. Say a nice $5,000 autograph card of LeBron James or Tom Brady, the GOATs from our generation. Who are you buying to hold for 20 years? LeBron James. Auto. Wow. Quick with it. Why?
Yeah, because I think he's more culturally relevant. And I think that as collecting continues to kind of have a bigger presence culturally, I just think that there'll be more people. I think he's made a bigger impact outside of sport.
I'm going to go Brady.
Dude, I think Brady's such a weirdo, man. Like, it's such a factor in all of it.
I think LeBron is too polar. I think Brady is not as
like the China stuff and everything.
Yeah, just like you either really love LeBron or you just don't like LeBron. You don't care for some of his. Again, I'm not here to argue right or wrong, but I think it's what Ty and I've had this conversation before about why I think Steph Curry is more culturally relevant and more liked and collected long term than LeBron is. LeBron will go down as 1A or 1B. I believe that wholeheartedly. But I think Brady, there's a GOAT conversation in basketball. There's not in football. It's Tom Brady. One with Belichick, one after Belichick, holds all the records, 7 Super Bowls. That's more than Mike. That's more than Brady. I'm taking Brady over a 20-year period before I'm taking LeBron.
I can't believe he went to Tampa Bay and won. When you really think about that. But yeah, I'm still on my Bron train. I was going to say Red Cheeks Pikachu, though, before you said.
Not part of the question.
And of those two people. I know, but when you said the first part of the combo, 20 years, $5,000, I was like Red Cheeks Pikachu.
I think LeBron is also kind of a normal human. Like, have you seen him go on Instagram Live these last few weeks and just
picks are terrible.
Put up some of the worst pics you've ever seen in your life? Like, it's just funny.
LeBron is just... I love his hand movements. How he be like,
The two funniest things I saw in the clips was when the Bills had an audible called LeBron, and it was just a sweep, and he was like, I wonder what this means, and they just ran a sweep. Puka was good too, but then the one that was crazy was like some guy went down, and he was like really, really injured. The guy was so hurt.
He's like, thank God it's not Josh Allen.
Yeah, thank God.
Dude, are you kidding me? You can't say that. You can't say that.
It was so funny, man.
Dude, that poor guy. That guy could have an ACL injury. He's like, thank God it wasn't Josh Allen.
LeBron kills me, man.
I was watching. It was like, whenever he put up the videos, the first like 4 picks were all else. He's like, I think I was started watching it late, but it was like, yeah, took the Commanders. They got pulled out. He's like, took the Bills. They're down.
He has no idea what he's doing most of the time, but he's LeBron, so he has just unlimited confidence, which it's so fascinating. Yeah, Court, like the clip of him. Sorry, Brian, one quick one. The one thing, the LeBron clip of him with, I think it's 2 Chainz or something like that, talking about releasing an album, and then he was like, "Oh yeah, like we'll put out some more tracks the next week. Give him a little bit extra.
We'll follow it up with some extra tracks."
Yeah, and it's just a bonus. It's so good.
Like that's a
LeBron's the guy, man. I would take LeBron card over just about everybody.
Yeah.
All right, another hey, this guy or everybody. You have to bet money today. You're betting $1,000 a day on the Super Bowl winner. You taking the Niners at the moment or the field?
Field.
Yeah, I'd probably take the Niners.
I would take the Niners too.
There's so much. They embarrassed the Cowboys. People
the
thought
Cowboys had
good.
8 first downs.
Dak Prescott ain't that dude.
I don't think it's just Dak Prescott. I think it's the Niners are that good. They are good everywhere. They're elite. They have a top 5 pass rusher in the league. I think he was reigning defensive player of the year. Nick Bosa. They're linebackers. Linebackers are awesome. Top 3 tight end. They have Debo. They have the best running back in the NFL. They are so good. And Brock Purdy, the dude hasn't lost a regular season game, and he does not look bad. He looks good. He doesn't need to be Tom Brady. He's got some good throws. He's not making mistakes. Give me the Niners for sure.
It's what Kyle's offense is always. It's what Shanahan's offense has always been. Like it's like you get a guy 100%. Who knows how to distribute, and you can succeed. Yep. That's why Jimmy G was so good in the offense. That's why Brock is so good right now. Like Matt Ryan. They're very, very good. Pending something crazy happening to Brock or Ayuk or Kittle or McCaffrey, they're the best team in the league by far.
If you're buying one guy on the Niners right now from a card perspective, Lou, because you obviously believe them. If you're buying a guy on the Niners right now, you're taking them to win the Super Bowl. Who are you buying?
I would say McCaffrey or Brock. Because I think Brock has the most upside. Like people just think that Brock is like the luckiest guy in the world who can barely play the position, you know what I mean? Yep. And the guy's pretty
Everybody's
good.
Waiting for him to fail. But
yeah, it's just waiting for the shoe to drop on Brock Purdy, and it's pretty obvious that the offense is set up. He just they don't let him make mistakes, so he's just going to keep succeeding.
They're so good. I watched that game, and I'm like, this team is like, they've got to be favored in every single game.
Did you see the play that Warner made where he was like?
I heard about it. I didn't watch it.
You guys got to find the clip. He's like defending CD. He's blocking Dak's vision of seeing CD, and then he just explodes and tackles Dak before he can even get the pass off. It's crazy. It was a crazy play.
Let me see if I can find it.
I only have 5 minutes, so let's not do it right now.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's
sick
pretty
play.
Good. Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, they're gonna be good. Ty.
Yeah.
If you're taking the field, who's a guy you think you're picking up right now that's making a postseason run? Lou and I obviously believe in the Niners over the field. Is there somebody that stands out to you, just what you've seen so far, that you're like, hey, I'm going to take?
Honestly, Jared Goff is probably my take. My take is probably Goff. And then there's something about this guy, the Miami coach. What's his name? Mike something.
Mike McDaniel.
I wanted to say McCarthy. There's just something about this dude that like.
He's so
I
funny,
almost want to buy a Mike McDaniel car.
He's the funniest dude on earth.
He's just a different cat. Like.
Yeah, I hate the Dolphins, but
I've come to really enjoy it. Like, I don't know why. Like, but just seems like a guy I'd hang with.
Did you see him crushing the media? He was like, yeah, like we have success and like you guys want them all run out of town. And he's like, oh, too soon. Sorry, guys, too soon. He's so good.
Yeah, he said that comment about like, hey, our goal was to be like leading in offense in first 5 weeks of the year. Like we accomplished that.
He kills me.
So I would say Jared Goff or Mike McDaniel.
Interesting.
I don't like. Is there like an old school Mike McDaniel? Did he play like quarterback at Brown or something?
I think he has cards.
Like,
interesting.
Or is he one of these guys that I don't know? I don't know the true story. Did he never? He could be a never play football kind of football coach.
I think he played in like high school and college, but he's a Kyle Shanahan guy. He was on the Commander's stat or I guess they were
never played. Yeah, it feels like he never played kind of guy, and I got to find a card of Mike McDaniel.
All right, so as we wrap it up this week, we got latest launch, and it is one I've been looking forward to for quite some time. The most important product of the week, for sure, by a mile, is Bowman Chrome University Football 2023. Shedeur Sanders, Travis Hunter, Marvin Harrison Jr., Drake May. The list goes on and on. You got other guys that have had cards before: Drew Aller, Cade Klubnik, Jordan Travis, Caleb Williams. A lot of guys in it. My guy, Vayner guy, Kyle McCord is in it as well. A lot of fun guys there this year. That comes out Wednesday. By the time this episode drops, we're going to be ripping a ton of it for sure. I'm looking forward to that. You got Select Baseball. You have Update Series Baseball, Hobby, and Jumbo. You've got Upper Deck Allure Hockey 22-23, Chronicles UFC, Panini Gold Standard Football, Leaf Exotic Baseball, and shout out to Jay on this, Big J product here, 2023 Leaf Pickleball Premier Edition drops this week as well.
Bowman Chrome University is really all I care about out of that list, if I'm being honest. Like, I'm just most interested in seeing what Shadur stuff does now that they've calmed down and everyone's kind of turning on them a little bit. I want to see more Caleb, so I'll be potentially ripping some Bowman Chrome University this weekend.
Another dub for them this weekend, though. They crossed the over/under on wins, right?
Yeah, but everyone was mad at them because it was against Arizona and Shadur was doing his like celebration and all that.
Arizona State.
You're talking about Arizona State. Arizona almost beat USC. Should have beat USC.
What did I? Oh, I said Arizona State. Sorry,
Arizona, but it's Arizona State. Arizona almost beat USC. Should have probably. I don't know what happened, but I think Notre Dame beats USC this weekend.
Wow,
that'd be crazy. I think they stink.
Tough loss.
All right, I have to go.
I think that's why they're focused, and I think USC is probably overrated a little bit. Notre Dame plays real football. They'll run down their throat.
They do not. They got their ass kicked by Louisville.
See you guys next week. Peace,
How
guys.
many did Arizona score on USC?
40.
Yeah, I didn't watch USC again. USC's kind of not that good.
USC's defense is led by Alex Grinch, who played at Oklahoma, played at Ohio State. That guy stinks. He's not good.
Damn. Okay, I have
He's
to go.
not good.
Bye.